What's up, everybody? My name's Anthony Galavis. It's a Wednesday afternoon, day before the 2024 NFL Draft coming from Detroit, Michigan. Rounds one will be Thursday, and then rounds two and three will happen on Friday, followed by rounds four through seventh on Saturday. But here we are, the day before the draft, and wondering what's going to happen to the Raiders in the first round. They picked 13th as of now, but as anybody knows, or as everybody knows, trades can happen. Teams can move up, teams can move down in the round, pick up picks. So what are the Raiders going to do? Are they going to stick at 13, move up to two? Reportedly, the Raiders reached out to the Commanders about moving up to number two. Wonder why, but I don't think Washington's going to budge unless they're enticed or something that it's hard to say no to. But I just can't see if the Raiders do move up. I can see them moving up to three. But what are the chances of Jaden Daniels, where everybody's saying that Daniels wants to play for the Raiders? That's going to be hard for the Raiders to move up to number two because Washington knows who they want, and Washington wants Jaden Daniels. Even though Jaden Daniels reportedly wasn't happy how the Commanders came in and brought in these other quarterbacks all at the same time, but that's neither here or there. We're all wondering what are the Raiders going to do? Are they going to stick to number 13, move back, which I could see happening, but the Raiders also have, if they don't get Jaden Daniels, people talk about Michael Penix Jr. that they could draft at number 13, but what about an opposite tackle like Joe Alt if he falls? Or if the Raiders move up and select him? I had to recently pose a question to you guys about what should the Raiders do? Should they move up? Should they move down? And I got some responses from Raider Nation. One follower by the name of Aaron S at on X at ALS5NEP. He said the Raiders should draft an offensive line or quarterback at 13, then trade with the Dolphins or 49ers to get back into the first round and get Penix, best case scenario. That seems interesting. Uh, that seems interesting there, but I'm just wondering what would the Raiders to get back in the first round? Who would they give up? What rounds would they give up? Features, because features matter. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's a dream scenario. I mean, you said best case scenario. I think that's a dream scenario there, where the Raiders, if they move back to the first round, they'll select a quarterback if they go with an offensive line or a cornerback. Uh, yeah, that's a dream scenario for the Raiders to get back to the first round. But just wondering, I think they have to give up a lot to get back in the first round. So not sure if that's going to happen, but I like where you're headed on that one, Aaron. So I like that. Another ex uh, another ex user by the name Art ARTARAYA. He said a quarterback or offensive line, then quarterback could also use running back safety later. Yeah, I mean, I could see that happening. I think personally they might go with offensive line because that's a much needed area, and the Raiders need a lot of help there to help Colton Miller, Andre James. So if they don't go with a quarterback, yeah, I can see they go with the offensive line. Then quarterback in the second round. Uh, no, let me take that back. Quarterback in the second round, and then a quarterback some probably third round. Um, the offensive line. There's a lot of pretty good players offensive line. So I mean, if you have a Joe Alt there, or even somebody else that they fell in love with, you got to go with the offensive line if it's not a quarterback with your first selection. And then you figure out quarterback because when I did some mock drafts and I did some study up, there are some decent quarterbacks out there that Raiders can grab. So it's not an end all be all there, but I like the safety later because you can always use safeties no matter what because you just know what's going to happen during the season with any of these players. Rick Dunford said the Raiders should trade up and take Joe Alt from Notre Dame. He didn't specify trade up to where. Um, I think that if they do trade up, maybe 6 or 7, that sounds feasible for somebody like Joe Alt. But to move from 13 to 6 or 7, I can see that happening. Maybe 8. Take a Joe Alt from Notre Dame. I really think that'd be a really solid pickup. No, not a pickup. Solid draftable player. I mean, I just think if you select somebody like him, the sky's the limit for the Raiders because now they got their protection. You got Colton Miller on one side, you got another one on Joe Alt on the other side. I mean, a lot of protection for whoever quarterback is going to be playing next year as a starter, whether it be Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, or a rookie quarterback, whoever it may be. So I like your thinking there, Rick, trading up and taking Joe Alt from Notre Dame because it's not given that Joe Alt's going to be there at 13 because we know how drafts will play out. Another ex-user by the name of Jose Luis Fuentes says the Raiders should let the draft play out. Don't reach unless Daniels is available at 3. If not, take the best player available at 13, then try to trade back into the first to get Penix with a 5th-year option. That's kind of like saying what Aaron said earlier about trading back into the first round. But yeah, I think the Raiders should let the draft play out because there's a lot of reaches in the past, like the Cleve Farrell pick. Still haunts the Raiders a little bit because Cleve's no longer there and played for the Niners and I feel like he played a lot better with the Niners. But we're not talking about Cleve Farrell, but I was talking about reaching. But unless Daniel's available at 3, yeah, that's what he's deciding. Okay, if Daniel's available at 3, Washington doesn't take him. Do you pick up the phone and call New England and say, hey, we like to trade up. We like to give you these X picks. Most likely, New England is going to say, yes, I'll accept that. And then the Raiders move up to 3, draft their franchise quarterback, Jaden Daniels. Case solved. So I like your thinking there, Jose. Um, just got to play it smart. And Tom Telesco is going to play it smart. He showed that back when he was with the Chargers. So, but it's going to be, I don't know, I was just kind of wondering how they would trade back into the first round to draft Penix. And JD Daniels out there, and the Raiders selected with the offensive line in the first round. So we'll see what happens on that one. YouTube responses. I had Ronald Morgan 7632. He said this. He said, "I say a tackle or a corner at 13, but how about it? How about a wild and wacky one as well? Traded 13 to Dallas for number 24, 56, and 87. Trade back to the first was Green Bay, number 25, using number 44, 56, and 87. With number 24, take Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma. Then with the 25, we take Jackson Powers Johnson, guard from Oregon. Then right inside the offensive line is set for the next 10 years, he says. And then in the third round, 77, we take Braylon Allen, running back, Wisconsin, who he described as a bruiser. In the fourth, he says, take a flyer on quarterback Michael Hires from Sanford. Wow, that's a lot to take in there, Ronald. But I like your thinking there too. That's a lot to take in. I mean, that's a lot of maneuvering there. Not sure if the Raiders are going to do that, but I like your thinking. That's pretty good. I like what I'm seeing there because you mentioned Tyler Guyton, 6'8", 322 pounds. My goodness, what a protection whoever quarterback's going to be starting next year, along with Colton Miller. Hey, I like your thinking though, Ronald. It's pretty good. Marcus James 9543 says, honestly, unless we can get JD with a package, I'm getting offensive tackle from Oregon State or the top quarterback. Cornerback, excuse me. Basically, he said, that's all he said. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens there, Marcus. Like the other like the other person said, let the draft play out. We'll see what happens. Another person by the name of In Luca 3757. I had done a mock draft recently, and mock drafts are never right. Most of the time they're wrong. In fact, 100% they're wrong. He says not only are the mocks wrong, they are very wrong. The average mocks only get two correct picks in the first round, and one is almost always the first pick. So after Caleb, one other only pick will be correct the entire round. Raiders want Jaden. It's no secret. I wouldn't be shocked if we drafted Jaden at pick 7 because, forgive me, because I ended up, let's see here. He says, because okay, so I guess I wouldn't be shocked if we drafted Jaden at pick 7 because the Giants took Bowers and we traded with Tennessee. I don't think Jaden's gonna fall to 7 though. I think he's gonna go 2 or 3 to be honest. But I don't know. We'll see. I like your guys' responses though because it gives everybody talks about it. Everybody talks about the NFL draft. What are the Raiders gonna do? So tomorrow we'll find out. Uh, from Detroit, Michigan. What are the Raiders going to do? Who knows? But get ready. It's almost here. So, again, my name is Anthony Galavis. It's a Monday. Excuse me, Monday. What the hell am I talking about? It's a Wednesday afternoon. And hit the like and subscribe button. And I'll give my analysis on these picks tomorrow. Have a great day.